Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. As always, my name is Sam.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Jesse.
All right, so, thank you for joining us for the Twisted Capes 7:30 Extravaganza, Bonanza, Implosion, Explosion. That's right, I'm bringing it back for tonight because it's going to be a good time. And, Mike, take it away with the news.
Not because our hardware might implode.
Yes, no.
Yeah, I wish I'd done this like 4 minutes earlier, doing these social posts. But real freaking prepared tonight, gentlemen.
We were busy. We were behind the scenes busy.
That's right.
We were working on a lot of stuff. Like, y'all don't even understand the stuff that we're doing.
You will soon.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this first and only story is complex and a little bit derivative. And
it's one of the great big questions of our age.
Divisive for sure, and 100% hilarious. All right, so we've watched Harley Quinn, and yes. we talked about how much we enjoyed or didn't enjoy or felt ambivalent about words can come out of my mouth about Harley Quinn. It's fine. So a story dropped this week from I want to say like Variety or EW or something like that. Mm-hmm. And there was, and this blew off the internet, just completely, and it's still rolling to this moment, where the story was that DC
fucked up again.
Yes, of course, they always fuck up. But they nixed actually a scene from Harley Quinn where Batman was going to give oral favors to Catwoman. Uh-huh. I have a whole bunch of double entendre here, and I'm just going to run through the entire night here. So I just thought, this is the dumbest scandal I could possibly think of. Like, I tried. I put my sharp comedic mind to work here, and I couldn't think of a dumber scandal to embarrass DC with, because Batman don't want to eat no pussy. I don't understand this. So my first reaction on Twitter was, one, this is an adult show, right? For adults.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I mean, if you love somebody, don't even have to love them, really. Just kind of like them. And three, their reasoning was, heroes don't do that. And I was like, oh, really? Really? No heroes?
Haven't they heard
And I was like, well,
the phrase "not all heroes wear capes"? Some of them go down.
Apparently. So it was like, this is really weird and really stupid. And like, the thing is, like, I just imagined whatever DC executive that's in charge of PR and social media just waking up like, oh, it's gonna be a nice normal day. Just getting my coffee. What the fuck is happening here? Just like, why is this out? Why is this out? I don't want this to go out anywhere. So I was just like, can you guys think of a dumber scandal? Because I can't.
I don't think so. I did see that, and at first I thought it was a joke. I'm just like, okay, whatever. But then I kept seeing it. I'm like, wait, what? Seriously? This is what you want to have like a thing about? Really?
Yeah, dude. I truly thought this was like an Onion article. Like when I read the headline, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous.
It sounds like some shit that we would make up.
Yeah, it really does. And that's why I was so mad, because I was like, I just would never think that they would just be like, yeah, that's not a thing. We can't allow that. Like, I don't get it.
Like, it's on a paid streaming service, so they don't have to worry about like FCC issues, or at least not as stringent one. So like, that's not an issue. And like, it's an adult show.
Yeah.
It's like, are you meaning to tell me that Batman has mastered everything, but he's not a cunning linguist? Like, you're seriously gonna get out here and tell me the world's greatest detective can't can't even do it? Can't even do it. That's how bad it is. It's so bad. I just like, it was so unbelievably ridiculous. So Punch Timeline's in the chat. What's up, guys? They were in a group chat that we're in this giant group chat on Twitter, and somebody suggested making a T-shirt that said "Batman eats pussy," so that way DC would legally have to go out and say he does not. Like they would have to go out and make it actual legal canon. So
Oh my god.
I was like, that would be the funniest thing I've ever seen. Or they just accept it and move on, and they don't get mad about it, which would be hilarious.
I just like
Punch Timeline.
Like I just picture, because I'll go to like the DC like wiki page to read up on like, you know, characters I don't know about, or, you know, people I just want to know more about. I just can't fucking imagine going to the DC wiki page and looking at Batman's abilities.
Skills and abilities page.
Oh, I'm sure it probably did. It was up there at first.
It is
for a
now.
Little bit.
And like, so like everybody's making fun of it. One of a comics writer, Gail Simone, who, if you're not on Twitter, she's a legendary Twitter follow. She's like, the elevator from the Batcave only goes up. It's like, God damn it, Gail. It's Punch Timeline in the chat. You can't tell me that he hasn't used that technique to solve some cases. It is honestly among the most disappointing things I've ever seen in my life, because we didn't think of it first.
Yeah. Oh,
it really truly is. Now that I'm all sweaty from laughter.
Yeah, dude.
Let's move on.
Like, my head hurts right here from just like laughing so hard.
It's so dumb. All right. So there, I want to talk about some stuff for Pride Month, because it's Pride Month and it's fun. So the first question that I have for you, gents, is which LGBTQ plus hero has the best sense of style to you?
Like actual like fashion style.
Yeah.
So I'm the worst person to ask about this.
Same.
I have no sense of style. So I had to, not gonna lie, had to look up some pictures of LGBT characters. That way I actually knew what the hell they look like. And I have to say, I really like Wiccan's outfit. Just like that, like half like torn cape that he has and everything, and just like his whole style. I do like it. It's like simple but like badass.
Yeah, I went there as well. Wiccan and Hulkling, like, first of all, just one of my favorite couples, just period. And like he just always has this like really badass look to him. You know, magicians, man. Like, you know, what can you do?
Yeah,
what can you do? They just look great. I'm not saying that all
magicians
are
badass. I feel like that's the first time I ever heard that phrase uttered.
See, it's also very funny because recently I watched a little bit of Arrested Development, and so just the two in concert doesn't really go so well.
No.
Yeah, but where the lighter fluid come from?
God, I fucking love Will Arnett.
Me too.
Show,
man. So looking, and yeah, I did it too. I looked up LGBTQ comic book characters just to see, and man, nothing but corsets and onesies. I mean, it's like nothing wrong with either. Now I did, yeah, not to play repeats here, but I did like Wiccan. And then the other one, I mean, if you're gonna go in terms of a costume, dude, I mean, Bobby Drake is literally in his birthday suit. Like, you can't get any more badass than just like running around as a fucking block of ice. So
Check out my ice dick, baby.
exactly. So yeah, those are my two favorites.
I also love America Chavez. Like she just always just has this, and this is weird for me to say because I fucking hate New York, but she just has a very New York sensibility about her style, and I think that's really really cool. Also, just love her powers. She's kick ass character. Um, and I had another one in that, but I completely forget it.
So I also love, and this is a character you don't typically think of as LGBT, but Constantine, his whole getup.
He is, yeah. Oh, that's what it was.
But you like the style? Well, I mean, he looks like a 50s detective.
Yeah.
Like he's about to like solve a case and have a cookie and glass of milk.
It suits his personality so well. And
yeah,
for him, anyone else probably wouldn't be as great, but like for him, just that smarmy, smart ass like sort of style, it works.
Unassuming.
Yeah, exactly.
Midnighter and Apollo, like it's not just one of them because one guy basically dresses in all black and the other is like whites and golds. But I think together, first of all, the fact that they're a married couple is very fun, and then just to have that visual distinction between the two is very cool. It's always been cool, and I just really love the way that it looks just overall. So I think that's a good one there. All right, second question here for a topic. So there are multiple like lines of comics. Like this is like big right now with Milestone coming back, and that's very African American centric. So would you make a big two, like for Marvel and DC, like specific LGBTQ line of comics, or would you just rather just keep them all together with all the other books and push it that way?
So I went back and forth on this a lot. Like I actually did give this one quite a bit of thought, and I can see the argument either way. Because on the one hand, it's nice to like have them all centralized and like you can be like, oh, these, if you want to learn more about LGBT characters, these are all like the great comics that you should look at, and like it just kind of keeps them all focused that way. But on the other hand, why do they need to be separate from the rest? Like why do they need to be held away from everything else? Like I think it works fine just kind of meshing it all together, even if they might get a little more overlooked that way. I don't know.
Well,
I think I ultimately landed on keeping it all kind of just together and jumbled as is.
Yeah. Well, and you know, I think it kind of goes back to I forget if it was one of our live streams or our podcasts, and we were I think we were speaking about like black representation in comic books and whether they should you know just push those stories, like have a, I think what were they doing, like a push for the month, and we were debating whether or not they should just like do that or keep making the push literally all year long and making like those characters a mainstay, you know. So it's like I mean when you sent us the question over today, that's immediately where my mind went to. These characters just need to be in the forefront, just like any of the other characters that immediately come to mind for the big two. You know, it's like just the stories are there for the characters, so write the stories. Stop rehashing the same fucking four characters, and you know, just
I agree.
Make them a bigger part. Like that's all you have to do. Just fucking write the stories. So I don't think it should be just like one clump, you know, for representation's sake. It should just be pushed out in the mainstay all the time.
Yeah, I you know, we talked about this I think on the episode with Eric from Legendary Geek Outs. We're kind of talking about that with
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But I agree with both of you, man. Like it's really tough, right? Like I like giving characters their due so that you raise awareness of the characters, but then after you I don't know, maybe push the origins or whatever, then fold them into the universe. So that way people are just like, oh, okay, I'm aware of this character now. I really want to see where this character goes. But if I had to choose between the two, I think I kind of feel the way Jesse does, like put them just in the regular universe. So that way, even if they do get overlooked, they're still there. And I feel like people from specific communities, whether that's African American, AAPI, LGBTQ+, like you can find like your characters in comics. You just have to know where to look. So I don't know. It's a very difficult question, and it's one we don't really have a clear cut answer to just yet. So
yeah,
it's tough. It's tough.
Writers keep writing the stories.
That's what I'm saying. Like these kids, like all these kids need to be able to see themselves in the things they read and watch and stuff like that. So keep doing you, man. You guys are doing a good job. I meant to bring up my copy of DC Pride #1 for this specific episode. It's 2 floors downstairs, and I'm not going downstairs. I love you guys, but I am not going downstairs.
Cool. All right.
That's it.
Well, that's it for tonight. Oh, that was a question with a question mark.
Yeah, that's it. That is everything for this evening. Make sure you follow us on Twitch if you have not done so already. Twitch.tv/TwistedCape. We're so close to affiliate status, so hit us up there. Dinner dates are fun. I'll probably do some more just quick hit streams just to get some stuff out there. Go to the website. We're getting stuff for this week in Marvel Cinematic Universe TV with Loki, which has been very fun. Check that. It goes up literally same day. TeePublic, I think there's a sale. There's always a sale. There's just sales.
If there isn't one, wait a week. There probably will be one.
No, probably will be.
At least 30%.
Punch Timeline just got a Twisted Cape mug, and it was a badass mug, man.
Oh.
Look, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I
Love
need
it.
a new mug. I should probably get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. Pimp this merch on this channel, Jesse.
Just casually just pull out the mug.
Is that motherfucker drinking out his own mug? Yes, he is.
Damn sure
Yes,
I
he
am.
is.
It tastes twisted.
So nice. Yeah. Thanks everybody. Maybe hit us with a review somewhere. We'll read it on a podcast or something. Who knows? It'll be fun.
Yeah.
And listen to our 2 new latest episodes.
Yeah. What did we talk about? We talked about New Mutants and
That was the last one.
that was
the
2 ago.
That was 3.
The Falcon and Winter Soldier, which just dropped, as well as MODOK.
MODOK.
Yes. I forgot about that.
I forgot
Listen
about
to that
MODOK.
episode because it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and you'll
and
see
it's
why
not
we
even that
forgot about
long.
it.
It's not even that long. It's like not even an hour. So hop up in there.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Lots to catch up on. Pretty much everywhere you look, we are. So, that's pretty sweet too because
Fine.
our show is great.
Catch me away from us. Yeah, you can't get away from it.
So be sure to give us a like and subscribe on YouTube if you're watching our content on there. Like Mike said, check out our website, all that good stuff. So everybody, we will see you next week on Thursday for another Twisted Cape 7:30 Extravaganza Bonanza. Till then, my name is Sam.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jesse.
Everybody, have a great rest of your week and have a great weekend. And as always, stay twisted.
Wow.